Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to finally a flip through. Boy, oh boy, it's been a hot minute since I've done a flip through, but I'm ready now. So, this is my March and April creative daily journal. And if you want to make one of these for your own, I made it out of these Golden Book illustrated dictionaries that I purchased from my dear friend Brooke at Recreations by Brooke. And then I took them apart, expanded the spine, and sewed in 2 signatures with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch on the side. Okay, this beautiful boho bead is from a sweet friend, Carla Frizzell. Make sure you always check out the links below. You'll find everyone that I mention in my videos is in a link below, as well as the playlist on how to make your own journal just like this. And my instructions go for any kind of book that you're repurposing or making a journal out of. So hope that made sense. All right, let's get started. Now, I'm super proud of this book in particular because I do believe it is the very first journal. I think this is my 6th year journaling, so I do believe that this could quite possibly be the first journal that I've ever completed from front to back. Now, let me tell you before we get started, this is the second time I'm recording this flip through because the first time I recorded it last week, I had not completed all the pages. Now, you might be saying, oh dear Elizabeth, did you rush through and complete all the pages so you could do another flip through? No, I didn't. But I did have all my notes saved in my phone, and I really just wanted to complete a book. You know, it just makes you feel so good when a book is finally complete. So I know a lot of times I say that I don't care if I finish it or not, and I really don't. But I've had the time lately, I've had the willingness, I've had the motivation, I've had the mojo to finish it up, and so I wanted to redo the videos so now you get the full scope of my journal. Okay, so let's finally get started. I'm on a timer here. So this right here is a calendar page that I made into a pocket, right? And originally, if you've seen my previous videos, originally when I'm working in my journal, I use this as a pocket to, like, let's just say here, right? I have a pile. Put little things in, right? Just put little things in that I might end up using while I'm journaling, okay? So obviously I'm done with this month of March, and so there's no need to have anything in the pocket anymore. And this calendar page came from Recreations by Brooke. Her and Darla got together and made a digital kit, and I do believe it's called the Creative Girly Planner Kit. I think. So at any rate, I've been printing them out and using them in my journals, and what I keep track of is all of the videos that I have published. So yes, in the month of March, I've done a lot of video and filming, and I thank you so much to all of you who have been watching those videos. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so let's just get into what's been going on or what went on in March. So here, this is a gorgeous picture from Utah. My son sent it to me. He went skiing for the first time with a group of buddies from work March 1st. And he flew out there. They went to a lodge thing, and it was just all snow covered and beautiful. And he'd never been there before, and he'd never snow skied before. So he had a lot of fun. And then he also so sweetly, like, how many of y'all, your kids, your family, whatever, how many of you that journal, how many of you, what am I trying to say, Elizabeth? What am I trying to say? How many of your family members collect stuff for you? Everyone in my family collects stuff for me and my books, so I'm so appreciative of that. Anyhow. So let's see. Okay, yes. So we were at home and bugs everywhere. We didn't have bugs at our home. We had bugs in our rental property, and it was courtesy of the our wonderful tenants, and I use that term loosely. Yeah, they had left behind after they were evicted. They left behind an infestation of fleas, okay, in the yard. And at this point in time, I do believe we had it up for sale. I'm pretty sure we had it up for sale this time. Yeah, at this time. And yeah, our realtor was like, excuse me, y'all have an infestation of fleas in the yard. So my husband went down there. He was taking care of all of that. I stayed home, and he also like pressure washed the entire place and made it look all spiffy for people coming to view the home. Yes, my son was out in Utah, and my daughter, she went out boating with her boyfriend to check his crab traps. Yeah. Okay. And then on this day too, I spent some time filming, but then I ended up dyeing purple paper. Yeah. And then I felt pretty potsy. So I ended up just being in bed for the rest of the day. I'm sure it was because I had been standing while dyeing paper. So that always throws me for a loop. It kicks off my pots. And so at any rate, okay, so this next day here, my daughter had gotten a sweet like gift thing from HelloFresh, the company HelloFresh, and it was you know, celebrating teachers, I guess, or something thereof. And so she had, you know, some meals delivered, which was lovely. And so on this day we had the Gouda pork burgers, and they were super yummy. Today was my brother's birthday, so I was texting with him, my older brother. I also chatted with my dad. Here's just the recipe card that I printed out to put in here. Did this. This is just nothing on the back. Did some sewing of some just note paper together for my journaling. And okay, this was a Monday because I called grandma, right? And then I spoke with her while I was ironing my purple papers that I had dyed the day before. Yes, I do iron my papers after I dye them. But I take a stool out there to sit next to, like I can't stand and iron. So unless I want to be back in bed again. So I took a stool out there, and so I just, you know, sat on my stool, talked to my grandma, and ironed my papers. And yeah, did the HelloFresh thing. And okay, at this point in time, this was March 2nd. Yeah, so at the beginning of March, my daughter and I had been looking forward to taking a trip. Yes, it was going to be a girls' trip, and we were going to go for, I think, like a week long. And we were going to go up like the Eastern Seaboard, go see some family and friends, head up to, you know, like through the Carolinas and into Tennessee, then go over to see my brother and his beautiful wife, and then come down and hit Atlanta because my daughter had tickets to go to a meet and greet, right? Yeah, more on that story. So we had just this night, we had booked our last hotel in Tennessee. We were super excited because it was a super cute cottage. And we had also talked to one of her girlfriends that we were going to go see, and we were going to stay at her house for a night. Yeah, we were super excited. Okay, so on this day here, I made some of these little envelopes. And it was actually, I don't know if you have seen it before or haven't seen it before on my channel, but I had been watching two ladies. I will put their link below. I had been watching two ladies, and they were making these like envelope clusters or cascading envelopes and whatnot. And so on this day, apparently, I was feeling potsy again. So I spent some of the day in bed. Yeah, I did laundry. Okay, I was in a pissy mood, so yeah, I took a nap. I was, you know, one of those 2-year-olds that you get to having an attitude and you have to go to bed, you know. And then, oh, my husband had a dentist appointment this day. And then this just says, "You are my sunshine." So cute. Yeah, so I just did a collage page for that. Wednesday the 4th, this was a HelloFresh envelope. And this right here, I didn't really finish this page all together like I wanted to, but I did get my journaling done. So this right here is this beautiful wallpaper, these palm fronds that Carla Frizzell had sent me. So super sweet of her. She had sent me like a flow journal, and it was wonderful. So thank you again, Carla. I didn't receive it on this day, but I used the wallpaper for this page. So let's see. Okay, so woke up and Big Handsome wanted to head south. Now, what I did on these are some of the notepad papers that we found while we were out and about. So I just glued them together and made a little journaling tag. Yeah. So we weren't in a hurry to get down there, packed up my art bag, got to the hideaway, unpacked, and went out and about. So yeah, we hit up our regular haunts, which is usually Family Dollar first. I'm thinking of like the, the road that we go. Well, there's only one road, it's a chain of islands. So we hit the Family Dollar first, then we go to Dollar Tree next, then we go to Salvation Army, then we turn around, come back up and go, back to our house. And on the way back to our house, we usually hit Bell's Outlet, and we hit Kmart, and of course we hit Publix to do our weekly shop. So yeah. So I found about 8 books at the Salvation Army. I think on this time they were having a sale. So they were like a quarter or 50 cents a piece. It was crazy. Went to the library, found a load of magazines. They are free at our library with a donation, as are books. So I always find stuff. Oh, I found these notepads at the Dollar Tree. Okay, yeah, I think I said that. Yeah. Texted with Brooke. At this time, she was feeling pretty puny. She had some illnesses going on, and poor thing. She had asked if I would post to the group that her stickers were available. So of course I did that. I'm happy to help. And yeah. And then this night we had another HelloFresh meal, which was like chicken. It was really good. They're really good. I just have to say, they're really good. Now, this day here was fun. This piece right here, this back piece, came from Carla's flow book, and I just love it, right? Sailor's Delight. There's a saying that goes with that. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky in the morning, sailor take warning. That's what it is. Okay, yeah. My husband just told me the other day, so I'm surprised I remembered. Anyway, this is actually a picture of a fish's eyeball. A fish's eyeball. So I know we went out on the boat this day. Oh, a lot of journaling, lots of journaling. Okay. And so when we were out on the boat, I got up at 7 a.m. with my husband to go fishing. It was super hot, but there was a nice breeze. And yeah, I was feeling so tired. And of course, when you're in a boat and you're kind of gently rocking, and it's so easy to just fall asleep. But I brought some magazines out with me. And so I was going to cut up some magazines while we were fishing. Didn't really, that didn't last too long. But anyway, so we had, oh yes, that's why I did so much. Okay, so we were headed back home, right, in our boat. And all of a sudden, like, the RPMs went way down, and then this blaring alarm started. We didn't know where the alarm was coming from. We didn't know what was going on. Anyway, very long story short, my husband called my daughter's boyfriend, and he's a boat mechanic, just so happens. And excuse me. And he talked my husband through what to do. It ended up having to do with something like the oil wasn't getting through the engine, right? Like, we had a full oil tank, but it wasn't getting to where it needed to go. So at any rate, he talked my husband through what to do. My husband did what he said, what my daughter's boyfriend told him to do, and we made it home safely. So he was going to come out in a few days to see what's up with the boat. Yeah, but I'm such a spaz, okay? Like, yeah. I'm actually, I believe it or not, I'm actually not fond of boating, okay? I know that sounds weird, but yeah, I love it once we're out there. Like, if you could just knock me out until we get out on the water, I'm good, Like, I'm good to go. But it's getting out there and then coming back in. I'm not a fan. So I'm so glad that my husband did not strangle me to death, because I was heading toward a freak out. Yeah, when you're in the middle of a channel and your boat ain't running, you know what I'm saying? It's a little scary. So anyway, okay. And then my daughter, she was coming down. She was commuting to the mainland to work at this point in time. And so she was telling me about how 2 of the teachers had asked her to help them with their auction projects. So she went home and got my Posca markers. She needed those because she was fixing some lettering that was going on, some hand lettering. She did a fabulous job, by the way. Tonight we did another HelloFresh, a pork bowl, and it was good. Okay. There was my daughter again with her sneezes. I wonder if you heard that. Wish others well. There's enough success to go around. Yes, this was just in my original signature, and so I thought it was a beautiful page, and I wanted to leave it that way. So I just tipped something in to put my journaling on. Woke to the dogs again. Guess I'll never be able to sleep past 7 a.m. again. Actually, now I'm like up at 6 a.m. So anyway, so I had coffee and computer on the balcony. Big Handsome was off to the grocery store again. Worked on several February pages. Finished up The Outsider. We were watching that on some station, I don't know, on the TV. Had soup and grilled cheese for dinner. Sunshine headed home from Utah this day, yeah, so I couldn't wait to find out about it. Oh my gosh. And then we found fleas on my girl dog. I could have strangled someone. Oh my gosh, my dogs were not even over at that other house where the other tenants were that had a cat that they shouldn't have had in the first place that had fleas that infested the whole yard. So somehow my husband or I or both either got a flea on us or a flea egg on us, and we brought it home. So yes, oh my gosh, these tenants were like the tenants that just kept on giving, you know, just kept on giving. So anyway, this was a Saturday the 7th, and it was the time change day. This is how I feel about it. I'm not really a fan. So up before 7 again. It was really cooler out. It was a lot cooler and windy, very windy. I didn't stay. Oh, there's the back of it. Right? A little collage there's cute. Fun to make. And these were just out of bits from my bit box. And yeah, the wind makes my ears hurt, so not a fan of that either. Big Handsome woke up with an earache. Don't know what that was about. Okay, and then my daughter's boyfriend was going to come down and look at our boat and stay over, but it ended up they didn't because my daughter had a nail appointment, and it was just, she was up in town a lot longer than she thought she was going to be. Excuse me. On this day here, I do believe we probably ended up coming home from down south, and when I got home, I learned that I had received this beautiful package in the mail from Carla Frizzell. Again, I will leave her link below. She makes beautiful, beautiful journals, and here's her sweet little card to me. This was part of the fabric that was in, it was wrapped in. It was just absolutely gorgeous. Here's just a magazine piece of flowers glued onto a dyed, index card, and these papers are dyed by Amy, who is Darkwood Sanctuary, so I'll put her link below too. So yeah, I loathe the time change, so because you know. So we started packing, got ready to go home. It was still quite windy out. Yep, got my sweet happy mail. And yeah, I decided to open it the following day on my ramble. So and then I started a migraine, which is never fun. We had fish and fries, or for you in the UK, we had fish and chips that night, but it was store-bought, and so yeah, not as good as fresh fish for sure. My Sunshine came over and he wanted a mohawk, so I gave him a mohawk. And then my daughter's boyfriend also, he would have, on this day was Sunday, but tomorrow on Monday was going to be his very first day out at the plant where my son works as well. So now I have, my in-laws work out there on a temporary basis. My son works out there full time, and now my daughter's boyfriend works out there, and my husband had worked out there for 30 years until he was laid off last year. So yeah, it's a whole family affair out there. Can I just tell you that? All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and stop here. We got a week and a day in. So thank you so much for sharing your time with me. I hope you enjoyed this flip through. Please subscribe and, well, if you want to, subscribe if you want to, right? And click that bell because then you'll get notifications as to when the next video comes out. So yes, have a wonderful rest of your day, a fabulous week, and I'll talk to y'all real soon. Bye for now.